What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dinner and a Show. Today we're going to be taking a step up in technique and flavor, but still keeping it really simple. We're making chicken cutlets and roasted green beans. Let's get to work. So, starting with the green beans, because they're going to take the longest, we're going to need a baking dish large enough to fit the green beans, some Parmesan cheese, doesn't have to be Parmesan or Reggiano, obviously some green beans for our green beans, and our salt and pepper for our seasoning. Alright, I'm going to try something I've never done here before. Sick. Let's get our mise en place real quick before getting our green beans out of the bag for a quick rinse. Let's do some movie magic here real quick. Nice. And get to work slicing off the ends and putting them in the baking dish. Hit them with just a little drizzle of oil, some kosher salt, and some good old black pep. And then we're going to sprinkle all of the Parmesan that we shredded, because we've had a long day and we deserve it. Get it into the oven at around 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. That's going to give them enough time to crisp up really nicely, and remember, crispiness is texture. Now let's grab our chicken breast and some all-purpose flour, get that onto a plate or a tray, season the flour with some pepper, some smoked paprika, and optionally some extra hot spicy stuff if you're a spicy boy like I am. I keep it in its own shaker because apparently I'm a sociopath. Give it a mix and set it to the side really quickly so we can prep the chicken. Get it out of its wrapper and trim off any fat you find before butterflying it and scooping away any gremlins that try and get some chicken. You're gonna, oh, there she is. Hi, Athena. She thinks she's getting food. She's in for a really rough surprise. Lol. Once your surface has been sufficiently decatted, you can optionally cover your chicken with plastic wrap or parchment paper and flatten out the thicker parts. We just want it to be even so it cooks evenly in the pan. I'm using a meat mallet here. You don't have to use that. You can use a spoon. You can use another pan. You can use anything heavy. It doesn't matter. This is your kitchen. Make it your own. Because I'm your resident moron, I forgot to film the prep for all the ingredients that I needed for the pan sauce, so I'm just going to list them up here at the top while you can watch me immaculately slice up this shallot while also almost cutting off my finger. It's just a butter and caper pan sauce. I've omitted wine because it's not really something everyone has on hand, but it should be serviceable for this recipe. Now, we're going to get over to the pan so we can get cooking. Add a healthy drizzle of cooking oil to the pan and let it heat up with a heat at medium until the oil starts to smoke slightly. Lay in the chicken away from you unless you like burn marks. No judgment if you do. It's just not preferable for me. Let it cook for a few minutes until the white on one side of the meat on the bottom side is about 3/4 of the way up, and then you're going to give it a flip. Let it cook for another 2 or 3 minutes or so. Use a thermometer if you're unsure. You're looking for around 155 to 157 at the thickest part of the breast. Once the chicken is done, let it rest on a paper towel lined plate or a wire rack if you have one. Now we're going to drain the pan of most of the fat because we don't want all of that burned flour in our pan sauce. Add another drizzle of oil into the pan, let it get reasonably hot, until it's smoking again, and then add in your shallots. Cook them until they turn translucent and add 3/4 of your butter to the pan. Once that butter is melted, add 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour and mix it in. Let it cook off until the raw flour smell dissipates before adding in the capers. My pan sauce was getting a little too thick. You'll see that here in just a minute. So I added a splash of water to thin it out. Obviously, it's just water. Modify the consistency of your pan sauce to suit your needs. This pan sauce is really nothing too special. It's just a really, really rich, flavorful, salty, slightly acidic additive that's going to elevate this dish to that next level. It's one of my favorite recipes to make. And, I really hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this pan sauce, because it's genuinely one of my favorites. Once you're satisfied with the consistency of the sauce, you're going to turn off the heat and add in the rest of your butter along with a teaspoon of lemon juice for a little bit of acid. Mix that through and season it to taste with salt and pepper. You're looking for the pan sauce to coat the back of a spoon pretty well. And now that we've got everything ready, let's plate up. Get the chicken sliced up and organized really pretty on the plate, because remember, we are pretending to be fancy because we've earned it. Look at this scrub. He thinks he's so cool. All right there, Einstein. Finally got on the plate, did we? Cool. Now we're going to scrape out all of our green beans because we don't want to miss any of that good toasted Parmesan that's left on the bottom. And finally, we're going to grab our pan sauce, give it a little mix, and spoon it over the chicken and get ready to stuff your face, because I'm not going to lie, this is fantastic. And, just like in the first episode, unfortunately, my cat got a hold of this meal too. I can't blame her, but just like last week, we're going to have to cut to her to get her opinion on this. Athena, what's on your mind? Fascinating. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Let me know your comments. Let me know in the comments what you think of this recipe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.